going beside me at the break of dawn.
Ding dang dong, you can say that, right? I was not expecting to be flashed by a Viking today. Alright guys, hey, welcome back to the Random Ducky channel. I am the Random Ducky and I don't give up. That's right. So, today we're continuing the epic rap battles of history journey. But we have today Ragnar Lodbrok versus Richard the Lionheart. Now I did a little bit of research. I assumed Richard the Lionheart would be like more English, more British, like king or general. Ragnar would be the Norse, the Vikings. So I actually looked it up. I have it right here. I'm not gonna go any further because I hope they explain everything in the song. I'm not gonna go any further than just a small about. So Richard the Lionheart. Richard I, known as Richard the Lion, or Richard the Lionheart, because of his reputation as a great military leader and warrior. He was king of England from 1189 until his death in 1199, so he was king for 10 years. And then we have Ragnar Lodbrok. Ragnar Lodbrok is according to legends, so it's from legends. The Richard Lionheart might be as well, since in that time all of it was told through legends. But according to legends, he was a Viking hero and a Swedish and Danish king. So we have a British king against a Viking hero and Swedish Danish king. He is known from Old Norse poetry of the Viking Age, Icelandic sagas and near contemporary chronicles. He died circa 865 in Northumbria, England. So he's a Viking. Vikings used to, I know this mostly from games, but I love Viking and Norse mythology. But again, Vikings used to do raids and attack in the general Norse area, but also in the British, English, French area. But again, they're from different times, like Richard Lionheart is after Ragnar. But again, Epic Rap Battles is really great at explaining the history in their battles. So I'm excited to learn more from this battle. And again guys, go support Epic Rap Battles. We're working our way through to the newest. Anyways guys, let's go check it out. Go support them. If you like me, check out some other content. You can find it all on my channel. You can find playlists for Webby, for Eminem. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff this summer. There's a lot of stuff dropping this summer, and I'm looking forward to. But ERB has a special place in my heart. They're one of the few artists I've actually seen perform live.
Richard the Lion versus Ragnar Lodbrok. I'm Richard the First from the Third Crusade. That only leaves room for you in second place. The chivalrous swinger of the sword and mace, and I kill you when I spit like a pit full of snakes. I'm the number one dick, rising up to make you feel.
I'm the number one dick.
Slams through your shield wall. I'll announce at the next of your things that I'm chopping through your family like boneless wings. I'm cool.
Again, I'm the number one. Let's break this down a bit. So he's Richard the First from Third Crusade. Crusades were things they did, I think, to find like holy places, or like in the name of religion take over a place. So he did crusades. Again, going back to the description, he was a great general, he was a great military leader. So that's why he starts off immediately by saying, I'm from a crusade. Again, immediately showing like, we did crusades, you did raids. I did what you did, but in name of religion.
That only leaves room for you in second place. The chivalrous swinger of the sword and mace, and I kill you when I spit like a pit full of snakes. I'm the number one dick, rising up to make you.
So did Ragnar die, or like, was a thing they did? What I'm taking away from that line is a thing that they did in that time was throw people in a pit of snakes to kill them, execute them basically. So Is he saying that, or is this like what
Said I
Ragnar
kill
did?
you when I spit
A
like
sword
a
and
pit
mace,
full of snare.
typical
I'm a number
weapons.
one dick, rising up to
Number
make you feel small. My battering ram slams through your shield.
I'm the number one dick. Rise up to make you feel small. My battering ram slams through your shield wall. So battering ram, comparing battering ram to a dick, smashing through a shield wall. But also my battering ram will instantly just destroy your shield because it destroys walls. Like, we got weapons that you can go up against, but also like the I'm number one dick, as in I'm the number one like prick in this land. You're not gonna take my place because I'm gonna rise up above you again. This is what we call a dick scheme.
I'll announce at the next of your things that I'm chopping through your family like boneless wings. Of course you got avenged by a...
I'm chopping through your family like boneless wings. Again, well, that's really easy because the bone is actually the part that makes it hard to chop through something.
Next of your things that I'm chopping through your family like boneless wings.
Then it goes into
a kid with no bones.
no
Your own
bones.
story ended worse than Game of Thrones. Your son killed your ex killed your wife. I'm the Lion King, man, but that's a messed up circle of life.
Okay, nice. I'm the Lion King, as in Lionheart, the king, Lion King. But that's a messed up circle of life. Lion King, Circle of Life, the song from the animated movie. I love the movie.
Kid with no bones.
Kid with no bones.
Your own story ended worse than Game of
Thrones.
Your ex
Then-
killed your wife. I'm the Lion.
Your son killed your ex? Wait a minute.
Story ended worse than Game
What
of
in the
Thrones. Your son killed
chronology
your
is
ex. Your ex killed your wife.
Your son killed your ex killed your wife. I hope the chronology is different, because if not, we're talking about zombies. Like, your ex killed your... So, I assume his ex killed his wife, and then out of revenge, his son killed the ex. I'm assuming that's what's going on. Otherwise, that'd be a zombie outbreak.
I'm the Lion King, man, but
And
that's
then
a messed
Lion
up
King,
circle of
circle
life.
of life,
Half-ass
yeah,
head
right.
taps can't be condoned. It's like you raided the face of Post Malone. No foe, I'm backed by the Trinity. I'll conquer you on my day off like you were Sicily.
Like a Post Malone. Oh, for fuck's sake. Saying like the hairstyle you have, like typical for Vikings, that's in the face, that's on my head, that's everywhere. Tattoos. That's also very typical Viking, so he's pulling out like, he's decking him for like the typical Viking Norse things in that time. But he's saying it in a way mixed in the modern. He's saying like, you remind me of Post Malone. You look like Post Malone.
It's like you raided the face of
You
Post
raided the
Malone.
face of
Scared
Post
of no
Malone.
foe, I'm backed by the Trinity.
Again,
I'll conquer
raided.
you on my day off like you were Sicily. Threatening the
And then he conquered Sicily.
For king who got whacked by a 10-year-old. I'll sacrifice
Wait,
you to
wait,
Ragnar's
what?
bold. I'll conquer you on my day off like you were Sicily. Threatening to conquer Ragnar is bold. For a king who got whacked by a 10-year-old. I'll sacrifice you to
What?
while drinking horns of mead. Good thing you hold the red cross, cause that's who you're going to need. Raising English.
Oh, again, when they throw in the modern reference, you carry the red cross, because he had like the red cross on him, and it's like, is it the English flag? Either way, it was the flag in that time. So he's saying like, you're carrying the red cross because that's what you're gonna need. As in, you're gonna need the Red Cross, an organization that provides first aid, that provides aid in... They mostly do it, they do it a lot in like disasters and stuff like that all over the world. So he's saying, you're gonna need them when I'm done with you. Then again, also the, I'm gonna go a bit back, Ragnar is bold.
Got whacked by a 10-year-old.
So he got killed by a 10-year-old.
While drinking horns of mead. Good thing you hold the red cross.
And the horns of meat again is the type of... Is it really a beer slash wine? of the Norse, of the Viking culture. I've had it a few times. Pretty good.
10-year-old. I'll sacrifice you
I
to
don't
Odin
drink
while
anymore,
drinking
so-
horns of mead. Good thing you hold the red cross, cause that's who you're going to need. You built your army by raising English taxes. I raised my army taxing English asses with my axes. And who are you to talk about the circle of life? Your old lady can't feel the love on any night. Your only son was illegitimate, you erred on the side. Twist your spine like the end of the Plantagenet line. I'm just a warrior, I'm not the linguist, but I think the king of England should probably speak English. You tell me.
I think the King of English should probably speak English. Again, I'm not a linguist. King of England should speak English. Inner outer rhymes, the way they're combining them, the way they're making it flow. Again, we're gonna go a bit back. You built your army by raising English taxes, and then he goes into the... I raised my army taxing English asses with our axes. So again, you build an army and you provided for that army by taxing your people more, while I teach my army and raise them and train them to literally take a part out of your troops' asses. Which again, that's the way it worked. Like, English is much more a king and taxes and this and that, while the Norse side, the Viking side, was more like a collaboration, a communal thing. From as far as I know, again, not a historian. The circle of life. Your old lady can't feel the love on any night. Your old lady can't feel the love on any night, saying you can perform in the night.
Your only son was illegitimate.
Your only son was illegitimate. You erred on the side. I'll twist your spine
like the end of the Plantagenet line.
The end of the Plantagenet line. I'm gonna go look that one up real quick. So basically, a Plantagenet line is the line of heritage that can basically track all of the royals. Like, that's a common thing. The royals are very much, how shall I say this? They're very much inbred. Like, they mix families with each other until they can't mix anymore, and then they just continue. You can basically trace all the royal family, most of the royal families, the big royal families that have been there for decades. You can trace them all back to one line, and apparently that's the Plantagenet line. The more you know.
I'm just a warrior, I'm not the linguist, but I think the king of England should probably speak English. You took accurate Java, like a piece of...
From what I can see, the Plantagenet line is a dynasty that originated from the south of France, so it's not English. So if he's from that line, he's not English and he speaks French. Again,
but I think the king of England
what they
should
tell
probably
us in
speak
this
English. You took accurate Jaffa, like a piece of cake, but never
Jaffa
attacked
cake.
Jerusalem for Christ's sake. Saw the Holy Land, but couldn't go all the way. We should call it the Crusade of Richard the First Base.
We should call it the Crusade of Richard First Base. Like, in the /relationship terms, first base, second base, third base. Also, as in baseball, first base, second base, third base. But again, he's saying you did crusades to the Holy Land, but you never made it. Again, the crusades, they all failed, or almost all of them. Like, there's a great video on YouTube, I'll link it down below in the description. The history of the entire world, I guess.
Crusade. They did many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail.
No, the crusades were not successful. Him saying, you didn't get further than first base. You didn't get in there. Because all you did failed. And you took Acre and Jaffa as cake. Jaffa cake.
You took accurate Jaffa, like a piece of cake, but never attacked Jerusalem for Christ's sake.
But never attacked Jerusalem for Christ's sake. So Acre and Jaffa must also be lands that they took in, or like places they took in with a crusade, or with a crusade. You saw the Holy Land, but couldn't go all the way.
Crusade of Richard the First
And they
base.
couldn't
Sail
take
back north with your barbarian goons. Because I'm tearing down your legacy, leaving it in ruins. Your real self
Leave
makes
it
your
in
legend disappoint.
ruins.
I see you shaking in your shaggy little pants like soy.
Wait. I'm gonna go back because that was a good one.
Call it the Crusade of Richard the First base.
So,
sail back north
sail
with
back
your
north.
barbarian goons. Because I'm
Sail back north with your barbarian goons. Again, they were Norse, so they came from the north. Flipping that Norse north into using it as sail back north, sail back to where you came from.
tearing down your legacy, leaving it in ruins.
I'm tearing down your legacy, leaving it in ruins. But the way it's spelled here, like again, he's saying leaving it in ruins, as in broken down. A bit of debris remains, but it's all gone. But also leaving it in runes, as in runes is the language they wrote in. They wrote in runes in the Viking Age, in Norse mythology. So again, it's that double flip, leaving it in runes, like all there will be left is your legend, your story, and then the battle where I defeat you being told in runes. But also, I'm leaving you in runes, which is a nice double and a nice flip on the
Sail
words.
back north with your barbarian goons. Because I'm
Again,
tearing down your
double
legacy,
flip
leaving it in
goons.
ruins. Your real self next to your legend disappoints. I see you shaking in your shaggy little pants like soy. Who invented the rock?
I see you shaking in your shaggy.
Legend disappoints. I see you shaking in your shaggy little pants.
I see you're shaking in your shaggy little pants. Shaggy little pants, as in they're not that comfy, qualitative. They're not like, to him, they're poor people clothes. But also shaggy, as in Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, where he used to always say zoink scoop. So there, going back to the Shaggy, flipping it. Nice double again. Shaggy little pants like zoinks.
Pants like soy. Who invented the royal me? We. Who's the predominantly fictional MC? Lee. You're a wannabe, mon ami. Neil.
Ooh, that was nice. Who invented the royal me? Me. And I invented myself as a king. I became the king. I did all these things. It all originated from me.
Who's the predominantly fictional?
Again, the we as in we, because he is a king in that time, so they didn't speak in the first person about himself. But who's the predominantly fictional MC? That's the line I want to go back to. So who is the probably most likely not a real person MC? And I'm in the history books. I was a king. I did crusades. It's all on record. I existed. Meanwhile, you are from legends. You might have existed, but we presume that you, again, presumably fictional MC, we presume that you're just a legend, a myth. You weren't real.
Wannabe, mon ami.
We're
Kneel
not
down and honor
entirely.
me. Richard coming through in the end like Sean Connery. The double coronation.
I like I realize I need to go back a bit, but like the smoothness of the
The
bar.
legend disappoints. I see you shaking in your shaggy little pants like soy. Who invented the royal me? We. Who's the predominantly fictional MC? Lee. You're a wannabe, mon ami. Kneel down and honor me. Richard come.
You're a wannabe, mon ami. Kneel down and again the rhyme scheme here.
Fictional MC. Lee. You're a
And coming from the
mon
MC,
ami. Kneel down and honor me. Richard
honor me.
coming through in the end like Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Double coronated blood and gore gourmet. You might have the axe, but I make a body spray. Lion hearts are sober.
You might have the X, but I make a body spray. X body spray. But again, also you chop a body with an X, sprays blood. You chop with sword, sprays blood. So him saying X body spray, reference to the X, but in a double. Like you may have the X, but I'm gonna hit you with sword and you're still gonna spray blood.
Came and I struck like a cobra. If I wanted to fight, have the axe, but I make a body spray. Lion hearts are sober. Came and I struck like a cobra. If I wanted to fight, lose a Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota. You want to fight me?
If I wanted to fight loser Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota. The Minnesota Vikings, that's the national team of Minnesota. Again, nice flip on the Viking part. And I assume from this line, again, not in America, don't watch the sport. I assume they lose a lot. So they're like not one of the top teams. That was a good comparison.
You want to fight me?
Minnesota
Take
flag.
off the tin shirt. I'll be waiting in my birthday suit. Going berserk. Ding dang dong. Morning bells warn about me at the break of dawn.
Ding dang dong, you can say that, right? I was not expecting to be flashed by a Viking today. That was not on my to-do list. That was not on my bingo card. Kinda happened either way. And he's saying like, you're in this metal armor, this metal shirt, this thin shirt. I don't have any armor. I just go in, we have some leather straps. That's not really doing anything. I don't really have armor. I'm just coming in. I ain't afraid. If I get hurt, I get hurt. You have to pack yourself in armor. So why don't you take off your armor and fight me the same way I'm gonna fight you. Butt ass naked.
Ding dang dong. Morning bells warn about me at the break of dawn. And I'm putting you to sleep like your brother John.
Again, ding dang dong. Dong coming off of naked penis. But also ding dang dong as in bells. They used to ring bells when they saw the enemy coming to warn everyone to hide who needed to hide, women and children, and everyone who needed to fight to get their asses to the front line. So like the ding dang dong, he's ringing the bells like we're under attack.
Morning bells warn about me at the break of dawn. And I'm putting you to sleep like your brother John. Living monks and chunks on Northumbrian lawns as I'm the all-father spawn. You couldn't even
Again, the rhyme scheme here. Lawn, spawn, but then the words before them, like, they're too expensive words.
living monks
Brother
and chunks
John,
on Northumbrian lawns as I'm the
Northumbrian
all-father
lawns.
spawn. You couldn't even beat a salad in a fight. You yourself this Monty Python nights.
And now I'm gonna have Monty Python stuck in my head again. Thank you, ERB. Now, for you guys that did not see any of Monty Python, go and watch it. Like, it's one of my favorite things ever. Like, it's comedy parody, but from before 2000. They have the Holy Grail, they have the Life of Brian. Holy Grail is basically the parody of, and there they are knights. So that's what they're referring to. They're knights of the Round Table. One of them is King Arthur. They're being sent on a quest from God. They even get God to talk to them. It's insanely funny to like find the Holy Grail. But they're not good knights. Like, they get distracted, they get tempted to do things. They're splitting up, getting back together. Then in the end, yeah, spoiler alert, which you could have expected. They find the Holy Grail, they do not get it, which again, a reference to, if we go back to the first base, you didn't make it all the way to the Holy Land, you get to see it, but you didn't make it through. Monty Python, they got to see the Holy Grail, they didn't get to actually capture it. I'm not gonna explain why or what happens, just go watch it.
You went from chainmail to chained up in jail. The mummy train needs this money, the all-father
The All-Father spawn, and putting like that in there for the rhyme scheme, but also the references making it more Norse.
The mummy trained England to pay for your bail. But no king's ransom will save you from these bars, son. I'm eating you alive like the gangrene you died from.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm eating you alive like the gangrene you died from. So he died of gangrene. Gangrene is when, like, I don't know how to explain this. I know it mostly from like cold freezing, when like parts of your body are like dying, like irreparably dying. And once like your fingers will start, it will move on. It will slowly be eating you alive. Chop it off there before this can spread and it takes over. When it reaches like the organs or the heart, it's over. So that's how apparently he died. But then also here. The mummy drained England to pay for your bail. He's saying like, you got caught, they need to bail you out. And again, going back to wage war, tax your people. they drained all the finances of England just to get him out. Like, instead of being like, get out on your own or we're gonna free you, again, they used the money. Vikings would just all get together and attack. They would not negotiate, they would not bail out, they would attack and free or all get killed. Again, the difference in their cultures.
Like the gangrene you died from. Hold war! Holster! Shoot us all!
The logo is going crazy. I may be a little bit biased, but I'm gonna give it to Ragnar. Like, I love the Norse mythology, but again, if I'm just looking at only the cultures, Norse beats English by a while. Every point he made about the differences of their cultures were amazing points. Like, you kings, you take it from the people, you take it from the country. We provide for each other. We help each other. We are raised to hack in on the others together, to fight together, to survive together, while you are divided. And again, like, going back to like the things of the Crusades, and it failed, the gangrene line. He rebutted the circle of life thing, which again, there wasn't much rebuttaling from Lionheart's side. So I'm gonna give this to Ragnar. But either way, I still think Skywalker vs. Polar was a bit better. Maybe because I knew a bit more about those things and I got a lot more references. Maybe I missed a few things here. But again, this was an insane battle. It's ERB. They always deliver. Go support them. Go like, subscribe. Turn on that bell for them so you know when they drop a new one, because it's not in... It's still in seasons, but it's not like a season every week or every other week. It's like, for what I can see, it's like half a year in between each battle. I've been the Random Ducky. This was the Random Ducky channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Also, take care of yourself, take care of others, respect all around, stay chill, stay vibing, and I'll see you guys next time.